Alright fellas, so this is a video I'm going to do on hypergamy. So if you didn't already know, women are hypergamous, which means that they desire a partner that is at least at their level or better than them. And I think the tricky part about this is that there are theories and people have beliefs that if they update their finances, update their looks, and go to the gym often, that this is what will satisfy a woman's hypergamous nature. Okay? So the tough part about this is that those things are important, but those things alone do not equal dating success. And if you think about it, right, like the shiny car will get the attention, the watch will get the attention, the six-pack abs will get the attention, the boat will get the attention, but that's all it gets is attention, right? So just like those items, you as a person, your salary, your looks and everything will get you attention, but will it get you retention, I guess, right? Like, you have to understand that it's a process with women, and you can't only be better than them in those metrics. So you have to understand that, you know, when you're talking to them, there is a level of, you have to project yourself or put yourself above them, and it's not in a way that is disrespectful or condescending, but in order to satisfy their nature and their urges, that is kind of how it has to go, right? The second that they feel like you are not the best they can do is the second they will leave, okay? And this is going to be eye-opening, right? Because a lot of people don't really know this, I think. Like, I think a lot of men don't know this, that, you know, there's this conception of love in movies and, you know, in stories and whatever, that it is a mutual coming together, and it is really the man kind of offering himself up or pedestalizing the woman in most cases, right? Like, the more the man pedestalizes the woman, the more she is won over by him, and that could be further from the truth, right? The more you look to pedestalize the woman, the more you look to win over the woman, is the more she will run the other way. And that's the difficult part, right? Because I think we've all been there. We've all been there where we've really wanted to get to know somebody better. It's not even like, that's the thing, even just trying to get to know somebody, the more you pursue, even in a friendly way, is the more they will be pushed back, right? They want to pursue you. So again, it goes back to them wanting to satisfy their urges of wanting a stronger mate, is that, you know, generally the one who is pursuing, and the one who's being pursued is usually the one that has more value, right? So if you're pursuing, you probably have less value, chances are. You know, when you're going to buy a car, the car dealership doesn't come to you, you go to the car dealership because they have the value that you want. And I think that's kind of where it starts, right? So, you know, on the basic level, that's how it works. So they want somebody better than them, but it's not just physical things, it's emotional things, and it goes deeper into, you know, the way you handle yourself, and the way you portray yourself, and how you talk, how you sound, what you think, you know, what you think about, what you're interested in. So yeah, there's a lot of self-development as a man that goes on, and I think that is the part that's being missed, is that is just as important as the physical attributes, is the inner self-development and being strong and independent as a man. That is where a lot of attraction will come from. And that cannot be undermined. I think it just goes unnoticed, really, is the problem with it. I think in today's culture, social media wise, you see a lot of relationships that are built on visuals, built on, we're, she's attractive, I'm attractive, so now we're going to be in a relationship. But really, the underlying things of that, it's never that simple, right? And I think for a man in general, if you want to have a successful relationship, you have to base it that way, okay? So sometimes there will be relationships with the man and a woman where they, you might not have to follow hypergamy, or you might not have to follow, you might not have to follow all the tricks of the trade, but the key to a good, healthy relationship is that, the man should be somewhat more above the woman. If they're on equal terms, just know that you're being used in some way, because women understand value better than men do in most cases, and if they're dating you, by definition they think they're better than you. So if they're trying to spin it the other way, chances are you're being, you're being unfairly represented, basically. Like, they want to control what goes on. Meanwhile, they see you as being better than them. I don't know. It's just like understanding your value, basically, I think. Because the thing about that too is if the woman sees that you're easily controlled and that she can kind of manipulate you, that will lead to cheating, and that will lead to her taking advantage of you, like I said. Because she's constantly looking for a better option. That'll be the way she lives till the day she dies, because that is how she's wired for survival. You are a survival tool for her, right? And that's not a bad thing, but you can use it to your advantage, and you can use it in a healthy manner where you both satisfy each other's needs. But remember, her needs are satisfied by you being better than her. How are your needs being satisfied? You have to understand that too, right? Like, that's kind of what it comes down to, is like, how are you being accounted to in the relationship? And that's an important thing to question.